Right. Hello, guys. It's Barbara Zeig from EBstars Podcast, and we have together a special guest. We've got Inna Sergiychuk from Luxoft, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about what Luxoft is doing in a very important topic that is loyalty programs for employees. And we can't wait to hear your story first. Hello, Ina. First of all, thank you very much for being with us today. And please tell us, first, how did you land a new job in employer branding? Why are you in Luxoft? What are you doing? What do you like to do in employer branding? It's always nice to meet, new guys in person within our community and know the story. Maybe give a little inspiration to other early guys on an early stage of their careers. So I'm really excited to have you and to listen a bit
Thank
of
you
your
so
story
much, Barbara,
first.
for this nice welcome words. I will start probably with how my career in employer branding started. And it started around, I think, 12 years ago, something like that, when I joined Luxoft. And that time, we started forming the employer branding team and function in the company. So it's been already 12 years or even a little bit more as I'm working in employer branding field. And right now I'm overseeing and coordinating the global team of around 40 people in 29 locations who are responsible for employer branding strategy in the company. Besides employer branding, I'm also responsible for internal communications in DXC Luxoft and for ESG strategies as well. So we are covering three main directions here, and I believe they both are really connected. And during this long time, we managed to achieve and accomplish a lot of different projects, successful programs, initiatives, and I believe that we managed to increase our brand awareness in the markets and again to engage a lot our external audience and attract our employees during all of these years to the company. So that's very shortly about my journey in employer branding, and I really love this scope. I really love to work with that because this is always about something meaningful. This is always about people and how companies care about people. So
Wow. That's a huge story, 12 years. Do you remember your first day at Luxoft or in your career in employee branding? It was totally different word 12 years ago in employee branding, totally different stuff we were doing
Yeah,
that day.
that days
So
I remember it perfectly because that was something pretty new for me because before Luxoft I was working with B2B marketing. Again, it was the same industry, it was
right.
IT industry, but in Luxoft it was totally new approach because this time it should have been closely related to marketing aimed at employees and external candidates and some internal marketing. And when just I joined, I started I become a part of this newly created team and function. Employer branding function. I believe that this is that we were one of the pioneers actually because it was 12 years ago, and I believe employer branding just started,
Yeah.
and it was probably called in a different
Yeah.
ways, but still we were very happy to do something new and to start this new function in the company. So for me, it was really interesting, a beginning of a new journey. And as you see, I'm still there and I'm still doing what I love.
And he's still there. Yeah, must be fascinating, right? So we can talk about how employer branding evolved to this day. But I'm really happy to welcome you with your topic and the special programs you run for employees. So please tell us what you bringing today, and if we can
Yeah.
start the
Today
content, that
we're
would be
diving
great.
into the concept of building loyalty within the organization. through effective recognition
Wow, huge
programs,
topic.
because this is important. And we will be talking a little bit about
Right.
employee loyalty, about how it impacts the retention, which is very important for the businesses, for the organization, what it is all about. And it's
Yeah.
not only just about loyalty or longevity of the how long employee stays with the company. It's more about commitment, engagement, and motivation, and the sense of belonging that people in the company feel. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I would, to illustrate that, I will use a real world
Yeah.
case that is our loyalty program, DXC Luxoft loyalty program.
Yeah.
And this is comprehensive recognition and reward system, which is actually have been instrumental for us to drive the engagement and to again enhance the retention across all our global locations. And I will be sharing some insights, some data, some examples, and tips on how to implement similar programs in your organizations. And I would like to start probably by talking a little bit about retention and how this building the loyalty and recognition reward programs are connected to retention. I believe that in today's business landscape, the retention became one of the biggest challenges for the companies, for the organization. And replacing an employee, it's not just, cost worthy. It's more even about loss in engagement. About probably losses in morale, institutional knowledge, and some studies even show that to replace the employee may cost up to 33% of their annual salary. So it's really costly for the company, but it's even more because it's usually disrupt the productivity. It always impact on engagement. It might be the loss in this engagement, and it takes quite a long time to get the new hire up to the speed. So basically, when we talk about retention and how it is connected and how actually drive this retention. We will be talking again about salary and benefits because, of course, it's they play a big part. But increasingly, researchers show that recognition, motivation, and engagement are very critical in order to drive that retention. And I would like also to highlight some numbers that I met recently from Gallup research. They say that that the companies with highly engaged employees, with highly engaged workforce, they showed 21%. They are 21% more profitable, and if I'm not mistaken, they also outcome their competitors by 147% in earnings per share. So that means a lot. So that's not about like how we talk to people, how we build the culture, but how we impact the business with the retention. And
No, sorry interrupting you, but that's something most amazing to see how we can use employee branding and all that's connected to that, not only external but mostly internally, to build a business case and help business to grow. Right? That's a wonderful you bringing that case, because that's what we want to teach, educate, standardize that employer branding is a function of, and it's working for revenue, for bringing revenue, working for business. And it's hard to show the evidence and link all together like loyalty programs with attention. So I'm really happy, talking about this case and you bringing the proof that it can be done, right?
exactly,
So thank you for that.
exactly. I will
I'm
be referring
for,
further to some other
more.
cases showcasing the win-win scenario, not just for employees, but for businesses as well. How they can benefit from having effectively structured recognition and reward programs, in the same time enhancing this engagement, motivation, and retention of employees. So as I mentioned, in short, recognition programs drive retention, right? By turning that everyday work of the employees into the meaningful contributions that they are doing, encouraging employees to stay connected, motivated, to stay productive, to stay loyal, first of all, and again to their organization, committed to their organizations. And that is why this example of how we run our recognition program, our recognition and reward program, is not just a nice must-have. This is like essential for business to strive, right? Because it's really connect a lot of pieces together and really drives using like different programs, recognition programs, and rewarding system drives really the enhancing the retention. So I would like to probably break it down into more details based on our example of DXC Luxoft loyalty program, and to talk a little bit how we designed it. And we designed it like a comprehensive recognition and reward system. I even call it as a system or platform because it became a cornerstone for different for our employee engagement and retention strategies, and of course for different recognition and rewards programs and initiatives that we have been running inside the company. And probably, the bigger the business is, the bigger the organization there is, most likely, the more different recognition programs or rewarding initiatives it has. So today we will be talking about this recognition system as an example, and by giving to employees such a platform, to earn points for their contributions, for various contributions, we actually by giving this like platform, having this platform, we are trying to build the culture where recognition is consistent, where it's motivating, and where it's meaningful for our people. So I would like also to start with a couple of to share a couple of numbers to start with a couple of examples to prove how successful can be such loyalty programs when you implement them in your organization. And I would like to share a couple of numbers based on our latest case, that launch of a loyalty program in our newly opened Serbia location. Of course, it takes some time. So when we opened the office in Serbia, it took us around 6 months to launch, I would say even not to launch because it's not from scratch, but to extend our global loyalty program to the new location. It took us around 6 months to do that. After that, we started observing a huge increase in applications from our people to participate in internal activities. That means the level of engagement really increased. And that was awesome results, I believe, because it was already after a short period of time since loyalty program has been launched there. Another number which is also interested is taken from HR biannual survey, again from the same location, from Serbia, just following the loyalty program launch. Employees in Serbia reported 2% point increase in emotional connection to the company. That means that they were feeling more connected to their team, that they were more engaged in internal activity, that they were more motivated to contribute. And again, this is the rise in engagement, which directly impacts the retention. And this demonstrates how effective recognition system how effectively this recognition system can transform motivation and loyalty within the short period of time just after being launched. And let us break down also to some details. And I would like to stop a little bit and to showcase how it works exactly, how it looks, just to give you that look and feel of what we are talking about. So I will be sharing right now in a couple of minutes. I will be sharing some visuals just to showcase how it looks like, how our people see it and use it. So we managed to build this points-based system that rewards employees for different contributions, for wide range of contributions. And our loyalty program, as I mentioned, this is like a global thing. This is a global system, global platform. I would say it's a massive, multifaceted system because it works globally. It works at various organizational levels. And again, it is integrated with our broader engagement and retention strategies. It allows employees to earn these loyalty points, as we call them. So it's, as I mentioned, it's points-based system, and of course, it allows to get this to employees to get this loyalty points for different range of activities. Let me please share my screen, and I would like to showcase how it looks like. And give me a second. I think I need to do this. Okay. So, do you see it now?
Christina? Yeah.
So that's actually how our people see this loyalty program. That's the main page, the part even of the main page of the DXC Luxoft loyalty program. So we have some details, we have some welcome word, we have some information and menu, and we have the number of loyalty points, general points, and learning points. We will be talking a little bit more about learning points further. And of course, some motivation to move on with earning these loyalty points. I would like also to pay some attention to the actions. I already mentioned that there are various actions or contributions, how our people can earn these loyalty points. And here I will be sharing just some example. Of course, we review that permanently. We review the number of points we suggest for different actions. But this is just an example how this set of actions or how this general set of actions that we highlight in the loyalty program main page can look like. For example, person can achieve some points for closing the probation period, or for the anniversary, or for speaking at external event, or for example, for writing some job portal review, or referring their colleagues to the company. That's again writing the article. So contribute in a different way. The buddy program, the mentoring, participation in the mentoring program, or even become a trainer for our training center. So, but this is not limited only to such a set of actions that we have in the loyalty program. We actually have this standard set that is suitable, that is actually work for everyone. But we also have another activities that we suggest for our people that they can take part in, participate to get additionally the loyalty points. When employee did something to earn this points, they received a notification with the exact number of points that they received and the action actually. This creates an immediate sense of accomplishment, and this encourages further to participate in other activities or the same activities. And once employees accumulate those points, they can redeem them further for something tangible that they would like to redeem the points for. These items are stored in our loyalty shop, and this shop suggests different types of inventory. It can be branded merchandise, it can be high-end gadgets such as iPhones or electric scooters or even Xbox. So this variety ensures that rewards feel personal and tailored to individual preferences. So, and of course, further boosting the engagement, because the more expensive, let's say, the reward is, the more points the person has to accumulate and collect to redeem it further. And I wanted to stop a little bit and talk about this importance, why it is that important to have that variety of products, variety of items, and even different price segments, because we divide our items into some price segments that actually make it make our people to have something for them. for everyone, because we start with merchandise, with something smaller, and end up with something more expensive, high-end gadgets. And that's something for everyone. So that really works. That's this diversity, and why it also make it this approach make it so effective. That's actually when we give the employees the chance to earn points through the hard work and their achievements. Here we probably will be talking about this endowment effect, right? About this psychological phenomenon when people, while accumulating rewards through hard work, they appreciate them even more because of the sense of ownership and the prize and the pride of doing something meaningful, right? So this sense of ownership, this pride, it increase a lot, and in this way people appreciate it even more because of the hard work that they have been doing to get there, right? And this is increase the value of the thing that people doing. This is increase again the sense of ownership, and that makes even just more meaningful all of the system and recognition and rewards to employees. So let me share that once again on my screen, and I would like to show how these items and the diversity of items can look like. Yeah,
I've got a question. Like before you start, like who decides? What is the cafeteria of the activities people can take, and they are awarded with the points, because those are great things, like even for employee branding team, like other people within the company doing things for them, like job reviewing, or body assistant. It's like those are I'm thinking like, oh, how many things we would like to people be awarded for, because it helps us to do our job better, to build a better employee brand. But in the same time, obviously, you cannot just list all the things that you imagine, because then people are overwhelmed with that. So, is there any judges panel, or who is deciding which activity should be should be estimated, and how many points it should be given? Because that's actually it can be powerful tool to just one activity is connected with the points, it's going with the points, and another is not. So can you give us any clue with that, if anybody from the community would like to build something like that?
Team is the owner of that program, and we try to keep all the things consolidated and aligned.
Right.
As I mentioned before, we review permanently the set of activities and actions that can be included, and we have strict rules for every of it. So we can't do that very in a different way. Like here, this department will give to people like in the recognition program 100 of points, another just 20. It doesn't work like that. It should be aligned. All the contributions that people are doing should be really and clearly estimated, and valued. So that's why, based on our historical experience, and it took us several years to be at the point where we are now, we were adding this very, very slowly. So we started with a limited amount of actions, where we created this system of number of points, what number of points we give for the specific actions. And after that, we were extended that gradually, slowly gathering what we have internally, and slowly connecting all activities, rewarding programs, and other programs that we have internally in Luxoft. We will be talking, and we will be breaking down this in more details a little bit further, because I will be talking more about how to connect that variety of things that you're running in the company into one platform, and why it's important. Right now, let us get back to the items, and I would like to share how it may look. We keep we review and update our items on a permanent basis. So permanently, and we try to update it at least once a year, but we try to keep it very nice, very simple, very straightforward, and again, of high quality, because we would like that everyone could find something suitable for them. And we take care about the quality at first, because this is very important that our people want to wear that externally, want to use that externally, especially, and promote the brand, especially if we talk about branded merchandise. Let me then show you a little bit closer to get that look and feel of how these gadgets might look like. Of course, these are gadgets, this is branded merchandise. This is like something that you can easily introduce to some similar programs. And I even collected a couple of pictures of the gadgets from the real life, again, to highlight how it looks like in reality, that it's totally the same as it's indicated in the loyalty program, and of course of high quality. So that's basically how the things are look like. And we also have some collections for kids. So that's the products for kids. That's just some examples. We have it larger, and some special collections that I will again be talking in details a little bit later. So everyone can find something for themselves, despite the number of points, despite the if it's for adults or for kids or for some special purposes. So that's how these items may look like. Let me then get back to another thing that I wanted to highlight. This is again how people usually decide to use their points. This variety of products also help people not always to spend their points immediately, but to accumulate them, to have this, sense of even achieving something bigger in the end, and again to have this possibility to get something that they put eye on. So they keep collecting points. They prefer not to redeem them immediately for something, but they collect and then further, and increase this even value over time. And very important thing, probably that I wanted to mention here is to constantly update your assortment of these items. I mean, not updated every month, but to set some periods of time when you will be updating the number of items, the collections, the prices probably, and some, and of course, introducing some seasonal collections. That's might perfectly work, actually. What is interesting here, just very briefly about the seasonal collections and updating the items. Just one example. We have usually the annual promotion, which is called Black Friday. This is not just one day. This is Black Friday week, where we suggest that all the products, or not all the products, but many products discounted. Like discounts may be huge, like up to 50, 60%. And our people prefer to accumulate points and then to spend it during this Black Friday week. Another thing that is like some kind of a festive or specific collections, like festive collection or summer collection that we temporarily introduce to the shop. This is a limited amount of products that is available during some short period of time, of course, and people are really happy to buy that out or redeem their points for these collections. I would be showing a couple of examples because it's a very interesting aspect of how our employees choose to redeem these points, and we'll be talking at the same time. Just get back to sharing my screen because it may look very nice. So just an example of how Black Friday may look like. This is again some kind of example how we launch that and what we suggest. So how huge discounts can be, what products can be discounted during the week, and again, how it might look like. We always amplify this communication about the discounts week with a massive communication campaign, informing people beforehand, informing them during the campaign, and of course about the last day. And what it means the increase in engagement. Huge increase. And we can confirm that looking at the number of orders that we have. For example, on average, we have On average, we have 400 plus orders per month. But during the last month,
Right.
during this November and December, when we launched Black Friday week and when we launch different festive activities, number of orders increases by 10 times,
Yeah.
for example. It's from 3,000 to 5,000
Wow.
plus orders. And comparing to the general number of orders, which are
Right.
huge, it's like for 2022, it was 11,000 of orders, a little bit more. And in 2023, it was 9,000 and a half orders. So it's a huge amount. And these types of collections, these types of updates, and this type of special actions really increase the engagement and increase the number, which is confirmed by the number of orders. So that's
Yeah. People are
yeah,
shopping. So it's like it means like people are saving, they're waiting for that, like, because they have to accumulate the
they saving
points.
for that, they accumulate, and they would like to get something else. It's a testament of the quality and desirability of these rewards. And when they choose to save their points, it indicates that they see the potential, right, for even greater reward down the line. So that's very important. And one more important thing is an impactful element of the loyalty program is the ability to integrate these multiple recognition programs, as we just started discussing, right? Based on that, given the various opportunities, possibilities of people getting these points. And here we talk about flexibility of the program and how we can connect all of these smaller initiatives running around the company. For example, if we have a lot of departments and team running their recognition program, that's of course great. We can again tie that to one platform, to the loyalty program platform, giving these loyalty points for some contributions related to hitting performance targets in the team or the project or the department, or some internal initiatives. And that ensures that this recognition is tailored and is tailored not probably to the team's goals or department's goal, but it's also aligned with the broader objectives of the company when we, again, tying them to one platform. And what makes it particularly interesting, that's how we also try to not just collect or introduce to one platform all the rewards and recognition programs, but also to connect different communication and promo campaigns, internal communication and promo campaigns to to our recognition and reward platform, to our system. When we run any global promo campaign or a communication campaign, we usually introduce there some types of activities which encourage our people to be engaged, to participate, to, for example, actively participate in internal social media platform, in some do some actions, do some activities, and we for that we give some loyalty points within this promo campaigns and communicational campaign. This creates the culture of engagement, right? Where participation is consistently rewarded, where when we reinforcing that positive behaviors across the company. And again, of course, not every activity is emphasized by loyalty points, but while scaling this global promo or communication campaign, we usually try to do that. And that will be given again a couple of examples how it works based on the couple of interesting programs that we have been introducing. First of all, one of the very standout feature, I would say, was the introduction of learning loyalty points to our loyalty program. As you noticed, we had the general loyalty points, and we had this learning loyalty points. These loyalty points, employees could could accumulate by participating in upskilling and reskilling initiatives in the company. So what does it mean? That means that when they got some or accumulated some learning loyalty points, they could spend them only for educational resources that were introduced as a separate learning shelf in our loyalty shop. So when they have the just general loyalty
Right.
point, they can spend that just for different items, including these educational resources. But when they are getting this learning loyalty point, they can spend them only on educational resources. What does it mean? That encourages continuous professional development. And this is the win-win situation for employees and for the company, because this approach encourages employees to invest in their own professional personal development, which is also aligned with when this personal and professional growth is also aligned with the company's goals. So we invest in again in our people, and they appreciate it even more because they see that their organization investing in their long-term success by introducing these learning points, giving to them these learning points, and motivating them to use these learning initiatives. Another very good example of how we connect and combine different activities and initiatives is introduction of our probably like combining our ESG strategy with Luxoft loyalty program. You already have noticed that I've been sharing the CSR collection of items that we have in loyalty program, but it's not only limited to CSR collections. Usually when we have some initiatives, communication campaigns related to ESG, to CSR activities, we again introduce some loyalty points to encourage people, to motivate them to participate, and in the same way to educate our people more about our sustainability, about how we care, and about the CSR like strategy. That means that I wanted to share one very nice example how we have been integrated different things into one whole project and how it looked like. So let me share again my screen. It's here. Okay, here. So here we have some example of Black Friday announcement and a festive charity raffle that I wanted to showcase. This is a very good initiative that highlights how different things can be connected around one platform and around one recognition and reward program. So during the festive season, we usually have some activities for our employees, and usually we have some festive town hall where we encourage people to participate, to come, to have some fun, of course, and but not only. That was last year when we decided that we need also to do something meaningful for our employees and to get to engage them even more. That's why we have been thinking that probably connecting charity, CSR activity to our usual festive activities and to their loyalty program would be a good thing to do. And it appeared that yes, it was a great thing to do. We actually sold on the loyalty program the biggest amount of this charity tickets. That was the most wanted product, or the biggest number of orders that we ever got in the loyalty program history. That means that we introduced the temporary functional in the loyalty program when people could redeem their loyalty points for charity tickets, which costed 10 loyalty points. Every bought ticket gave 2 loyalty points that were automatically donated for charity. We asked our people before doing that where they would like to donate that money. And they have been chosen, they have been voting for the foundation that we have been working with.
Okay.
So they have chosen where they would like to donate that, and then we started this initiative. Of course, we selected some random 3 winners who got significant prizes. That's 1,000 LPs, loyalty points, 500 and 300 points. And of course, that was very nice. After we took the donated loyalty points, converted as a company, converted that to the money, and of course, donated that to the chosen by our employees organization. And that's just one of the examples how you connect multiple things that's going on inside the company with the help of one platform of this recognition and rewarding system. Another, just again want to mention that it's not only this assignment of points, but also P2P approach. Based on what we can also share one example how to connect different programs and different initiatives. P2P approach, that person to person, then when can person send their points to another person? In our loyalty program, it's usually forbidden because otherwise it could be a mess when people will be sending to each other these points. But we have a couple of cases when it's possible. And one of the cases is actually promoting the feedback culture, because we give the possibility for a person to send 15, right now it's 15 loyalty points, to colleague or to another employee inside the company to say thank you, or just to send it for something like, to some kind as a recognition, given a feedback, a positive feedback. And that worked perfectly, because initially we had a mechanism a little bit different. We were assigning automatically 10 loyalty points every quarter, given the possibility to share that. But our people started asking if they can share more, and we listened to our people, so we changed the mechanism. We give up the automatic assignment, but we said to our people that you can use your loyalty points, but bigger amount of points, like 15 every quarter, that you would like to share. If the person doesn't want to share, it's fine. They can donate that. Again, we have this functionality to donate those points. Again, you can choose the foundation you would like to donate to, and even set up the automated process every quarter for specific amount of loyalty points that will be done like automatically every quarter. The program will be sending these points for donation. And every quarter as a company, we convert it to the real money and donate that for charity. That's another great example of how these things can be connected. And this integration amplifies the effect of each recognition initiative. They all connected to a single platform. Employees can easily accumulate the points, can easily redeem them for the meaningful awards. And that's not only simplify the process itself on a global level, but maximize the impact that we are trying to achieve, the impact of recognition across the board. And just a couple of things about the takeaways, probably for companies looking to implement something similar or to improve their current loyalty program recognition programs. Based on our experience, how we have been doing that. First of all, I would like to mention the timelines. I already mentioned that it took us several years to come to the point where we are now. It took some effort. It took some time to start. We started with a very simple format, but we were growing and scaling up with the time. Just again, trying to accumulate the best practices, trying to put together what we have internally and to maximize the effects. Second thing that I would like to pay the attention to is the diverse reward option, which is a wide range of items. That's great if you have the possibility to have this diverse reward options, which will be giving preferences to everyone, and everyone can choose something relevant for themselves. But for smaller companies, the cost of maintaining such a broad catalog may be prohibitive and maybe very big. So if it's small or mid-sized business, I believe that everyone can implement something similar, but start with a smaller approach, focusing on some non-monetary things that would be valuable for your specific employees. And you can ask your employees basically what they want to get as a reward, what would be really valuable, really good for them. And you can take a survey, you can suggest some options, you can just ask for the feedback. And based on that feedback, you can create a small catalog of non-monetary rewards that people will be able to get through this program. That's crucial to ensure that the program is aligned with the company's values and and culture, of course, and this alignment is the key to success. Another probably thing that I wanted to once again to highlight is the quality of products. People need to want those products, because if it's not of high quality or good quality, they will never be interested in getting or redeeming their points for that product. if you don't have the possibility to order something specific or branded, think about some kind of a book. Think about what you have internally, some learning initiatives, courses, probably something that, again, you will be able to give to your employees. And what we just have been talking about, amplification of the results. Try to think what initiatives you have, and with all the initiatives feeding into the same platform, the impact of each recognition will be multiplied. That's very important to keep in mind, that integration, because when you run something, again, and a lot of things, that probably would not make that effect that you will get when you integrate all of this into one program, and when you have this consistency. Another important topic is to think about automation of some main processes, and again, involvement of external suppliers, because to maintain such a tool, it's of course cost that's like, that requires a lot of resources, a lot of cost, a lot of resources, and again, a lot of time. And as we talk about Luxoft loyalty program, we are running that in 29 or even more locations. And again, if you would like to implement something similar, think how you can automate the processes, because it will help you a lot. Automation of budget tracking, other processes will significantly decrease the resources needed to maintain the program and the time that your team will need to take care of it. And external suppliers as well. It's much more easier when somebody is taking care about the production, about the shipping of these things. But of course, other teams and other departments should be involved. It's not just what employer branding team or some human resources team will be doing. Here again, the joint efforts are very important. Another probably takeaway and thing to consider is this seasonal updates and constant update of the item that you are suggesting to your employees, and promotions, of course. Ensure that people know about what you have in your loyalty program or your recognition program, how you run it, what to expect from that, how they can get those points if you use points, and how they can get that rewards. Make sure that you amplify that effect by running some communication campaigns, promo campaigns, and engaging people. And again, just probably lastly, but again, not least, that's consider your target audience. We are right now talking about running this loyalty programs, recognition programs for employees. And of course, that's the best thing. They should be open for, not for probably current employees, but also to alumni or ex-employees. Think about if alumni or ex-employees can participate in this type of activities. Because why I'm mentioning that, we also have been thinking, and we tried on a couple of locations to introduce, to extend our loyalty program to alumni. But right now we stopped a little bit to rethink the approach. But it may perfectly work and may be very relevant for the industries where with high competitive and niche markets of specialists. In this case, these programs will have a long-term view and can create a lasting loyalty effect when launched internally for employees. And after that, again, increase the loyalty and engagement of your ex-employees while they move on to another companies. So this is, again, something very important to consider and maybe very relevant. So maybe you will again have an idea to open such a loyalty program, especially if you're, for example, working in the industry of lawyers, or I don't know, in the logistics industry, where you have this high competitive and niche markets of specialists. That probably would be very relevant. So that's pretty it. And in summary,
wow, that's a lot of stuff, Congratulations on that. It's looking really great, a huge job. Well done. So really, really happy. And I want to work
You're
at
welcome.
Luxoft. So, so you got me. But I've got two questions. Like, first of all, you said it's a few like 20 something countries taking part in that. So is it possibility, or you try that, to tailor the activities or rewards to the local countries, or is it rather like global approach, like one for yeah? So that's the first question. And the second question, do you see an disadvantages, because that's gamifying the activities that people are doing for us as an employer, right? So let's say it can be approached, that's my imagination working, like, oh, it's not, I'm not getting a point, I'm not doing that. So it can it can play with the motivation, like interesting motivation. All the gamified programs are like that. So that's make me think like, oh, have you seen something like that? Or it's like or do you look at the at that kind of activity, yeah. So that's the
Yeah, so I will
that's the
start with the
second
first
question.
one. We have that
Yeah.
consolidated global approach to the item and of course to
Yeah.
the set of activities. The set of activities are the same for all the locations, but the items in loyalty shop may be different, depending on the location. We have this consolidated
Right.
approach, consistent approach, but if in one location the quality of one product is like not good enough, we may exchange it to something else.
Okay.
Or if the employee is asking specifically in that location for some specific product that they are interested in, we can think about implementing that into the loyalty shop and have it as an item. So that's why every employee in their location see the number of items for specifically their locations. And generally they are pretty the same,
Okay.
but with some small differences. That helps again a lot to have this high quality of product and have something valuable for everyone despite the location. So getting back to the second question, you're right. That can play with motivation a little, but considering how we run it and how we work with all of these programs, we didn't notice some, drastic changes in motivation. Like if there is no points, I will not be doing that. No, of course there are some people that will be always say like that. So if you don't give me some points, we will not. There are some couple of another examples. So people are so fond of getting this point that they start doing a lot of some actions, like writing a lot of articles, which again was very difficult for us because one thing, when you receive a lot of high quality content and you can use that at the company, that's great. And the people can promote the brand, they become a brand ambassadors, again, promoting the company externally with the help of articles, participation in event. But sometimes when people start writing a lot of articles and quality jobs, but again, all the time you can review the activity that you have been doing, review the number of points and review the rules. Because if something doesn't work, you have to review the rules. And we have strict rules for each set of activity, for each, for each action that we suggest to take. For example, if we get back to this writing articles, like some people were just willing to get as many points as they can by writing, and they could do that. The quality was dropping. That's why we created some kind of a jury board, the reviewers of the articles who could review that and get another loyalty points, small amount of loyalty points for that. And that was very beneficial. First of all, it helped us again to decrease the number of low quality articles and again pay people's attention that the quality matters. And secondly, it allowed us to even define some experts that we could involve into further activities and to further contributions in terms of content. So in every situation, even if there are some dropping in motivation or something goes out of the situation that you planned, you can always stop, review, and improve and go further. So nothing is perfect and nothing works perfectly. And every time you need some time to check how it works, to check the results, to check the numbers, and decide if it works for you or something should be changed and improved.
Yeah, great. So it's like never-ending story and being agile at the same time. Going and rolling. Yeah, but it's like this is wonderful, you know. Yeah, I'd like people to see that, and because that's using the quite old concept like gamification, because we know it from like many years now, but do it in a smart way and connect it to the goals of the business, employer branding, ESG, etc. It's the beauty of that. So congratulations on that. I'm really proud of you. You know, it's like to see some kind of piece of mastery. I'm happy it's working and it can be done. Good luck with the next steps. We're happy to hear more.
Thank you so much.
In some time.
In the summary, I want to say that this well-designed program, they can transform the company culture. They can really enhance the engagement. They can reduce turnover. And based on our example where we run that for 16,000 of people, I think it really works. And it you just have to give it a try in your organization, despite of the the scale. Just start with something smaller. And again, thank you for having me today. I was really happy to share what we have been working on for many years. And until next time, as I say, let's keep recognizing, let's keep rewarding, and let's keep building that loyalty.
Yeah, it is our pleasure to have you. Thank you very much, and see
you, Barbara.
soon.
Bye.